Hi everybody. We're going to start drawing our emus today. And how we're going to do that is by first drawing our eyes, okay, and our beak. You're going to start with pencil and then you're going to outline them with a marker, a black permanent marker. And then after that, we'll start adding our color. So to start, your paper is going in front of you the tall way, right? We call this portrait, so you can think you're drawing a portrait of your emu. And I'm going to start by drawing two eyes. I'm going to just do some basic circles here for these eyes, and it's going to be at the top part of my paper. So again, you're doing this in pencil and then tracing with Sharpie. I'm doing it in a Sharpie, otherwise you can't see it on the screen. Okay, so here's going to be one eye, and then I'm going to do my next one right here. Okay, it's okay that they're not exactly the same. I get them as close as I can. Okay, inside my eyes, I like to do this. Kind of like a little half circle, and then I like to draw my little twinkle spots. So I know when I color this in, I'm gonna leave these spaces white. Okay, so go ahead, draw some eyes. I might draw some eyelashes as well. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is draw my beak. Okay, so if you look at the beak I drew on this last one, I kind of start with a line, and then I kind of make that same shape down here, and then I make a line in the middle and draw some little bird nostrils. Okay, so to do this, I'm gonna put my beak pretty close to my eyes, and it's gonna be maybe about as wide as my eyes. So I'm gonna start by drawing a line, and then it's gonna come up and go back down. Go ahead and do that. So it's a line, it comes up like a rainbow and back. Okay, then I'm gonna do the same or similar underneath. So I'm gonna kind of draw a little loop around, right? A little loop around. And then I'm gonna do the same underneath and kind of come down, back to my loop. Okay, now I'm gonna make like the line that would show how my beak can open and close, right? So I'm gonna start here, and then I'm gonna go down, back, and then I'm gonna draw some little nostrils. So I would draw probably some little ovals. I like to kind of make them at an angle like this. Another one kind of here. And later on when you have a Sharpie, you'll color these in, and you probably notice that I also colored in the black part of my eye. I would use Sharpie for this because we will be using oil pastel for the rest, and it's kind of hard to color with those black oil pastels. They kind of get messy. While I have my Sharpie too, I'm also gonna write my name nice and neat on the top. Okay. All right, here's our first couple steps. All right, the next thing you're gonna do is you are going to start using oil pastel to add value and texture. So I have a set of oil pastels, and there'll be one per table to start with. I also have a bucket full of just random colors, or the random colors up front if you don't have a color in here you want, or if somebody is already using the color in here you want. Okay, and we're gonna start with our head first, and I want you to think of this as like a fluff ball. So my lines are gonna kind of come around like a fluff ball, or like a sun, like if you were drawing the rays on a sun. But we want this to look full, so we're going to do many lines, and our lines are gonna be drawn like with control. We're not gonna scribble on this, okay? So to start, I'm gonna use a purple, and I'm gonna start kind of by the top of the beak, and I'm gonna come up, but I'm not gonna draw through my eyeballs, okay? And when I come up here, I'm gonna like lift up my oil pastel, okay, instead of drawing through. So I'm gonna start by just drawing some lines from my beak. Okay, when I get to my eye, I'm gonna kind of lift up. I already know I'm gonna layer a bunch of colors in here, so these lines don't have to be super close, but they could. I'm very careful not to get these on my eye, because even though I colored my eye black, oil pastel kind of still goes up on top. Okay, so here's how I'm starting. And again, oil pastels are just like crayons, and if I need to, I can just peel some paper off this to get more oil pastel available. All right, so here's how I start. Now I might choose maybe how about I go to a pink? And I'm gonna go right here. Basically gonna keep going around until this is like a full circle. And I'm gonna do pink on the other side. You can do this any color you want, any colors you want, but you are gonna need to mix colors. So I'll show you that in just a second. Maybe I'll do just a little pink coming down here. Okay, now I'm going to, how about I'll add a little of this light green. And then I'll come back to this purple. Okay, now my lines are kind of close or kind of far apart. I want them closer together. I want this to look more full. So I'm gonna choose another color that might mix nice in with my purple. If you look at the rainbow in the room, right, we could use analogous colors. These are colors that are next to each other on the rainbow or in the color wheel. So like red or purple and blue I know are gonna mix nice. So I might add some of this right in here. When I'm done, I don't really want to see the white of the paper underneath my feathers. I want this to look like a full, beautiful bird. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going. Maybe on my pink, I might do a little bit of this purple as well. I might layer some of this in here. Okay, and so on. So right now, just work on the head. Try working 2 colors, making basically like a big puffy circle. Okay, so now I have my head done. I layered yellow and green, I layered yellow and pink, I did pink and purple, I did purple and blue, okay? And now I'm gonna do my neck. So you can do your neck going straight down, you can angle it. On my example right here, I did kind of angle it over to the side because I thought that kind of was cute, but it's up to you. You're also gonna make your neck thinner than your head, skinnier than your head, right? Okay, so to do this, your neck can be any color. I'm gonna use some of the same colors I used in the head because I just like that look. Okay, so, and I'm gonna start by just kind of going like this, choosing how wide I want my neck, and I'm gonna do a kind of a sideways neck again. Like he's like, huh? Coming in, okay? So I'm gonna do, maybe I'll do pink first. Now I'm gonna do some of this purple. See, I'm overlapping, drawing lines. And then maybe I'll do this blue. Okay, you will have a messy mat underneath yours, so when you get to that edge of the paper, your oil pastel, okay, is not getting on the table. All right, now I think this needs a little bit of blending. So I'm gonna take this blue and I'm lightly kind of going up into all these colors, kind of pulling this blue down into here as well. But I'm still drawing lines. I'm not like coloring it in. We want all these texture lines to look kind of like, well, kind of like feathers, right? Okay, now I'm gonna add some more pink in here. It's getting kind of dark with all that dark blue, which is fine. Okay, and then I might add some of this purple. When I'm doing this, I'm being very careful not to get smudgy fingerprints all over the white background, because we're gonna keep our background white on these because it looks pretty cute to have this really bright, vibrant bird and then just a white background. Makes the emphasis really look, emphasis is really focused on this bird, okay? So now what you can do, take an orange, or I guess whatever color you'd like, color in your bird's beak. Okay, and I chose an orange on this one, right? And then I'm also gonna take, I like to take a white and kind of add some white lines in here. And it kind of mixes this even more. So again, I'm taking a white, if you want, and add some lines, and you'll see it kind of gives it a more of a mixed look, even more than what you've already done. Okay, and then an orange to finish the beak. And when you get all of this complete, okay, and you've colored in the beak and all that, you are going to take this, making sure your name is on the top. You're going to put it into your class folder, and you are going to put your oil pastels back. If you get this all done, then you may free draw.